Enid, they look good on you.
Temporary.
The Empyrean was really cool. I loved the setting and how the characters appear to be, the live action characters appear to be within an animation. The way that all the sets were drawn, it reminded me of being inside a storybook and brought that tone of whimsy and adventure. It almost felt as if I was inside a child's imagination, so I really enjoyed that aspect. The premise was really cool. It was heartwarming, even though the ending was really sad. I really enjoyed this film, and I thought everything came together really beautifully for this one.
The Empyrean. Lovely storytelling of a really engrossing premise. The smog-covered sky and that aim to see the stars being the ultimate goal was truly beautiful. Especially with this very gritty, future apocalyptic artistic design throughout that I thought was executed with great skill. It really made me feel like I was immersed in the world. A great deal of heart in this piece as well that kept me hooked. It was just deeply exciting to see them working together to make the attempt. Surprising twists throughout that I did not foresee coming, including the reveal at the end. The final song was just also perfect for this piece, and I think it really tied it all up together for the characters' overarching goals and to carry the gravity of the piece. But this is going to be one that I'm going to be thinking about, especially with more and more talk of global warming and this being a potential reality. I think I will really savor the night sky in the next time I get to glance.
The Empyrean is a concept film from Australia, conceived and directed by Hannah Smith, and it takes an old theme, or what has become an old theme, of a world post the climate has changed. It is not just changing anymore, it has really changed. And as a result, humanity lives beneath the ground and or what seems like it, and is unable to see the sky. Now, what one old codger misses is the stars. To quote Oscar Wilde, we may have been lying in the gutter, but some of us were looking at the stars. Anyway, this grandfather conveys to his daughter, his granddaughter, excuse me, Chloe Guy, his love for what once was a nightly joy to behold the stars in the sky. And this sets her on an epic journey. Now, journeys end either in success or failure, and you'll have to watch the film to see. But I will say that Chloe Guy has a real future as an actress. She fills the screen. She's very uh, mannered in the sense of being able to convey just that right mix of idealism and yet vulnerability and determination. So for her alone, I think well, and as well, um, Warwick Cumber, grandfather, make this film very much one to watch. And I note that in its native Australia, it has received a great deal of attention and some accolades from various films. in part because of the stellar performances of Guy and Comber.
The Empyrean definitely felt like a sci-fi take on the Fable of Icarus. Just the desire to reach the stars, but the further you fly, the closer you get to the sun, and that felt like our protagonist's weakness was that blinding hunger, and it led to her downfall in the end, which was very tragic. But it just reminded me of the story, and I thought that was pretty neat having a new spin on that tale.
The Empyrean is a sweet little piece, and it's really interesting like how they did it with like the hand drawn backgrounds and the green screen actors. That's also really interesting how they were able to pull that off. And I think it was a sweet little story. I like the opening scene with the grandpa and the main character. She was well acted, well performed, and a little twist at the end. With where they really are, and where they're looking. That's interesting too. It was, it's a sweet little story.
Really, really good piece. It was very interesting that they were able to paint such a big world, with a small cast and just all green screen backgrounds, and a very simple wish by this lead character to see the stars, and it was a very sad and heartbreaking ending. Actors did a great job, and we just love the young leads especially. They were just all so wonderful. The painted backgrounds were very cool. Like the whole like I said, the whole world was painted. It was created this way. It looked it was really cool. It was a nice look, and I know it said it was a concept at the beginning, so we're hopefully paving the way for a much bigger piece. Even it would be really nice to see. But yeah, the story, the journey, everything was very well communicated here. Visually and through the actors' performances. It was a nice script. It was nice edited, a good special effects. It's just really well done, and I hope this does well for the team, because it was really good. You could consider making a storybook story out of it, and yeah, I could spin off into a lot of different types of things. But yeah, I really hope you get that feature made, because this is really good. Thanks.
All right, I just finished watching The Empyrean. I hope I'm saying that correctly. This is a really great piece. It was very imaginative and stylish, and had a sense of wonder and sort of joy that I really enjoyed. There was a great ensemble of cast in terms of acting and performances, and I felt like the direction of the piece in particular was very well thought out and very detailed, and there was clearly a very strong intent as to the type of feelings that this piece wanted to stir up in you, and it was a very childlike sort of wonder and inspirational vibe that I really enjoyed. It made me feel like that this was a piece that was resonate with like a wide audience, not just a young audience, but an old audience. And I really felt like a lot of the themes that were on display were really reflected in the stylistic choices that you watched, and a lot of the story felt like a fable or a children's tale that would last throughout history. And I felt like this piece was designed sort of to have a very eternal feel about being alive and growing up and being in touch with your inner child. So in that sense, I really did end up enjoying this piece, and I thought it was quite well done.